I first found out about Puffs about 4 or 5 years ago because I am a Puff and I follow a lot of wizarding things on social media. So when it first was announced, it popped up and said, "Hey fans, there is a play for people that are Puffs." And I knew instantly, well, that's my house. I need to be a part of this show one day. And I've been following Alchemy on Facebook for a few years, so when I saw that they were doing Puffs, I knew, hey, I've been wanting to get involved with Alchemy. I absolutely love that show, and I've got a little free time right now. This is the perfect opportunity to come out and be a part of the show. This is actually my first time ever working with Alchemy. However, I have worked with director Jeff Lowe in the past, and he was someone who I really enjoyed working with, and I've been meaning to get back and work with him at some point or other, and this just happened to be one of the first ones I had an opportunity with a busy schedule to finally get over here and make some time to work with Alchemy. The director, Jeff, is a absolute... Jeff, if you're watching this, I swear I'm not doing this to get a good part in the next play. Jeff, I really like working with. I am very picky about what directors I like working with because I myself am a director, so I'll see a lot of things and question their choices, or I'll see things and say, that's a great choice. I'm stealing what you do for me. I'm going to do that as a director in the future. And I think Jeff has a very clear vision of what he wants. There's very little time that is wasted when he's directing, and he really is good about drilling us and getting us to get off book. But at the same time, he offers a lot of creativity on our part. He's not so strict that I feel, well, I don't get to do anything. It's just all his vision. What appeals to me about the show of Puffs is just how zany and crazy it is. I've never taken myself very serious as an actor. I've always thought of myself as the kind of person that's wacky and out there and a little Jim Carrey and Robin Williams-like in certain aspects. So I've always been drawn to shows where you can be really weird and really zany and not have to worry about, I'm drawing on my past emotions, the pain that I have felt, and I will use that now. I prefer to make people laugh and be weird. Well, the Puffs universe, for those who are unfamiliar with it, is very similar to a certain universe that I'm sure many people have read about, a very special boy with a scar on his head and his wonderful magical 7 years in a certain magical school. So the Puffs universe is those exact 7 years, however, it's told from the perspective of one of the least popular groups, the Puffs. And it shows all these adventures that happen to the people that don't really get to participate in the adventures and who see it from the outside perspective. It's the people that are outside the house looking in at the cool party that's happening inside, thinking, well, I wish I was in that party. The character I play is Oliver Rivers, and Oliver Rivers is this brilliant math kid who has always been the smartest person around, and now he has been completely whisked away into a world of magic and wizarding, and he doesn't know the first thing about it. So for him, this is his first time ever really feeling stupid and that he's not capable of doing things that everyone else is able to. So for Oliver, it's about coming into a world that he is so unfamiliar with and learning what strengths he does have and what he can contribute into this world where he feels completely useless. And I like to think that as it goes on, Oliver absolutely grows from this very shy, awkward kid to someone who's much more confident in himself and what he can contribute to the group. When I think of the word puff, the first thing that comes to my mind is those little koosh balls, those Nerf balls that are just so puffy and soft. And we all had them as a kid. And I think of something that's soft and squeezy and fun, but and it's almost pointless. It's almost pointless. It's just this thing that squeezes, but we all had it and we all had fun. And I think that's what the Puffs is. Cedric says it best. We're all just a bunch of fun, really nice people. And badgers. Badgers are great. My favorite spell. I would say my favorite spell is Avioforce, strictly because so many birds keep popping up, and Professor McGee has this wonderful line where she shows up because so many birds have just popped up, gotten thrown off stage, and she comes out and just goes, "Who is throwing these birds?" And it always makes me laugh.
What is the favorite class and why?
Well, I guess I have to answer herbology. It's basically the best, and every puff absolutely loves herbology. There are honestly so many favorite characters. Everyone in this show makes me laugh. If I had to pick one that makes me laugh maybe a touch more than others, I think I would lean towards the character of Susie Bones, who also plays a certain boy wizard in this show, who is just the worst. He's just has this smarmy smile the whole time, and every time he does something, "I did it! I'm the hero!" And it just drives me crazy, but also makes me laugh. You love to hate that character. I would absolutely be in the Puffs. I grew up always thinking, oh, I'm part of the Braves, maybe because I've always liked the color red, but a friend pointed out to me that Puffs is most likely the house I would end up in because they care about friendship and loyalty, and those are elements that I really relate to a lot. I'm hoping that the audience is able to take away a lot of laughs because, to quote Roger Rabbit, laughter is a very powerful thing. Sometimes in life, it's the only weapon we have, and that is a motto that I absolutely live by. I also think that it's great for them to relate to these characters who maybe everyone who's ever worked hard for something and been passed up and it's always given to that one person, or something any actor can relate to. You show up to an audition and that one person who always gets the part over you is there. I think we can all relate to that and relate to that struggle and see a little bit of ourselves in Puffs. The Southern California audience must come see Puffs because it just closed on Broadway. You can't see it out there. Come see us. We're awesome. We're hilarious. We're the West Coast premiere, baby. Come on down.